For BamaCentral.com, I'm Joey Blackwell here with Katie Windham following Alabama's 73-68 victory over the South Alabama Jaguars. Katie, was a very, as I put in the headline for BamaCentral, Alabama really squeaked by South Alabama tonight. It was very close.
Yeah, the Crimson Tide got out to an early lead in the game, 10-2, but then really just kind of lost the momentum, lost the intensity, turned the ball over a lot, mainly from offensive fouls. South Alabama held a lead for most of the first half. And then it was kind of like Alabama came out with lead in the second half, but then the Jags retook the lead, and so a lot of the times tonight Alabama was trailing. It was not their best effort, but ultimately came out with the most important thing, and that's the win.
Alabama only had 3 players tonight scored in double digits. That would be Keon Ellis with 18, Jaden Shackelford as well with 18, and then you had, I believe it was Darius Miles with 10. I'm going to make sure that's correct there. Shackelford also reported his first double-double of this season, and probably his best performance really of the year so far, despite the loss. Shackelford still had a really good night tonight.
Yeah, it was definitely, I don't know this statistically, but I'm pretty sure based on what we've seen the first 3 games, his best game shooting-wise from 3 was 4 of 10. He kind of had the hot hand tonight for the team and led the team in scoring like he did a lot last year, like he will do a lot this year. 2 guys that may not show up in the stat sheet a ton tonight, but that really stood out to me were Charles Bediako. He did finish with 8 points, but he had 5 rebounds, 3 of which were offensive, and he also had 5 blocks. And he's really, we've talked about this some this year. You'll hear about it a lot more as the season goes forward. He's really the big that Alabama's been missing. His size at 6'10" is just so massive inside that it's hard for opposing offenses to get around him. He creates a lot of problems around the rim. And he had 2 clutch free throws late in the game when he's kind of been struggling at the line earlier this year. But both Shaq and Keon Ellis said after the game that they have a lot of confidence in his free throw shooting ability. And someone who really didn't show up in the stat sheet besides this one moment was freshman J.D. Davison with his dunk. It was kind of an exclamation point that got the crowd and the team really fired up in the game, and just showed his electric qualities that'll be big for this team moving forward.
Yeah, that dunk ended was the last 2 points scored on a 14-2 run by Alabama that really kind of finally provided some separation and pulling away. Bediako, as you said, great night for him. Also the recipient of tonight's Hard Hat Award, with the Blue Collar Award that Nate Oates likes to give out to his players after every game. But, talking about, one thing about those dunks, those really did provide separation in that, at the end of the game, in a very tight game, that really helped bring the crowd back into it. They provided Alabama with momentum. Nate Oates said after the game that, that was really kind of the shifting point, as it were, of the game, because when you look at these 2 teams tonight, the stats really, really are eerily similar, and that really did help them pull away.
Yeah, and the players said after the game, they don't prefer these close games. They prefer for every game to be a blowout, but it was good for them to see that the team can fight through adversity. And so, it's not necessarily the game the coaches or players would have wanted, but I think it'll be a good learning lesson for them going forward, and they'll have another tough non-conference opponent coming in on Friday when they play Oakland right here behind us. That's
a perfect segue into our little finale here from BamaCentral.com. I'm Joey Blackwell. I'm speaking for Katie Windham here. After Alabama's 73-68 win over South Alabama, the Crimson Tide improved to 3-0 on the year, the first time since 2017 they've done so. We'll see you all Friday night when Alabama returns to Coleman, take on Oakland. Thank you so much for watching.